Chainsaw podcast? What is that? I don't know. Just something I figured I'd do. I brought up the idea a little while back and, whatever. But YouTube just started this thing of, doing podcasts and everything and stuff like that. So I figured I'd do that. So this one, we're going to just start calling the series the original Chainsaw podcast. And we'll probably put some small engine stuff in there of other types. But specifically, we're going to go today on eBay for McCullough chainsaws and the pricing that is getting out of control. But the reason for that is because people are paying these prices and everything. But eBay fees and PayPal fees are pretty far up there too. So we'll go ahead. We're going to get started. Go over to eBay. I just type in McCullough chainsaw, hit enter, and here we are. So let's go ahead and start here. A McCullough Mac 3516. Now you notice the quality of the video might not be the absolute greatest. This is on a laptop and everything because I needed my phone to do this and stuff like that. So maybe as time goes on, I'll figure out how to do this a little bit better and stuff. But we're in my spare bedroom where the chainsaw stuff used to be. And on my Instagram, showed everybody how, well, getting out of shape and everything. It's time to upgrade everything outside. So that's why there's a treadmill back here and all the other goodies and stuff. So all right. So 3516. If we know anything about those are a Chinese saw. Well, not Chinese, really more just Asian, but it's plastic. It's Taiwan. It's cheap. It is what it is. So all right, they want $125 and 54 shipping. I'm gonna tell you, don't pay that, guys. 20 tops. I mean, absolute tops on it. Internet seems like it's getting slower these days. I swear. There it is. Condition used. Well, you would think. All right, here we go. So compression feels good. Chain with case. May need carb cleaning or other annual service. So you're paying $175 for something that's not worth that and it needs work. No, put that thing in the trash. Here we go. Vintage McCullough ProMac 1010. Super common. Probably the most common of the 10 series is the 1010 ProMac 1010. There are tons of them that were made, absolute tons of them, cast iron bore on them too. So wearing them out, not going to be an easy task, but people have done it, got them bored out and kept going with them and everything. So now, um, depending on your condition, who you are, and everything and stuff like that. Me, tops I would pay these days. I have one, absolutely great, and everything. Me, I wouldn't buy another one honestly, unless it come in a package deal and stuff, and I just turn to sell to fund the hobby. But as if I honestly wanted one and everything, I just wait around until I found that $20-$40 deal. And I see them on Facebook all the time, people saying, "Hey, I got this, and everything." But here we are on eBay, 105 plus 45 shipping, so you're at $150 for one of the most common chainsaws that were made. Um, would I do that? This one, I don't know. So let's see. So it says run strong, nice and clean. Let's go through these pictures. I'm pretty clean saw. What? What's going on here? Inside the airbox, it's caked. It's like it was run without a filter. If you guys are watching the video on this, look at that. It's terrible in there. If you're not watching the video and just listening to your leisurely drive or whatever you're doing and whatnot, super thank you, by the way. Hit that like and subscribe on this channel so it can let me know how this goes and everything. But no, 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 this thing, it could have scoring on the cylinder wall for all I know. I mean, you'd have to take off the carb on that to look at that if it sucked that much in. I mean, it's a McCullough. I know they're strong and everything, but no, it recoils very slowly, pulls over good, compression seems good, recoils very slowly. It's got wood dust. So what this is telling me, a fine wood dust is gotten into everything. Somebody didn't sharpen their chain, and the chain's not even on this one. So that's what that's telling me. Somebody who had no idea what they were doing was cutting, and it just did that, and they just put it up on the shelf. They didn't know what to do and just left it be. That's what that's telling me. No chain with the saw, throttle triggers locked, blah blah blah, all in good condition. Yeah, so it was just it was a bad homeowner taking care of that. Would I pay for that? No, not seeing that, kind of knowing that. Look at that. Here we go. We got two ProMax 700s in a row. 450 for a later style one. Yeah, it looks like a Black and Decker one style one, and then 325 for it looks like an actual McCullough generation made one and everything. Yeah, I still personally wouldn't. I mean, they're clean, they look nice and everything and whatnot, but the reality is, I don't pay that, people. Like I say, unless you're ready. Now these have chrome bores on them. Be warned. So it's kind of hit and miss and everything. Okay, this 700 that was restored. So the top one, it was restored. What did they call restored? What, did it get the full paint job and everything, or did they just put a new chip guard that was 3D printed on it? So all shows signs of use, but still very good condition runs. I mean, when they say restored, was it just cosmetic or was it full mechanical and everything? And they say absolutely no returns accepted. Well, the problem is this item is covered by eBay money back guarantee and seller does not accept returns. Well, the reality is you can still return it from my understanding. So that they could put that. I'm pretty sure they can just return anything they want. So the other one, honestly, I'd probably buy it if well, it wasn't priced so high, but I just like the old beat up ones and stuff like that. I hate, super shiny saws and stuff, which I'm making one right now. It's gonna be just a shelf queen. State item, good shave, gas in it, fires on prime, needs gasoline carb work for $325, and it needs work. No, 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 no. Take it off eBay. Take it off. All right, try again. Lower your price. Something like that thing's gonna sit on there forever. You're gonna be paying fees on this thing. Oh, here we go. McCullough Mini Mac Parts Mac 40 chainsaw has 53 minutes left on it as I speak. So I made a video on the Mini Macs a while back, and these Mac 40s and stuff like that, I kind of in the same boat. Black and Decker made, put that thing in the trash where it belongs. Parts, everything. So you're at 22.50, 30 to ship and everything. If those little Mini Macs are your thing, you like the headache of those, you go right ahead and do that. I'm not gonna touch them with a 10-foot pole. I've got one, honestly, runs, and when it dies, whoop, into the trash it goes. That's what it is, and to me. So, all right, Promac 805, 805. All right, the 800 series. Those are great series. Pro line of saws made by Black and Decker. Now, mind you, parts are not easy to really find for these ones as time goes on and everything. They kept swapping the designs, intake boots and other little stuff, fuel lines. It was just kind of, what are you doing? Are you trying to improve? 82cc heavy, clunky, fat saws. Like they're going backwards on this and everything. I don't know. And everything like that. So, I mean, 805, they have chrome bores on them, and Black and Decker went cheap on the chrome. So, it's a really big hit or miss. If you get a miss on that, finding somebody to chrome a closed cylinder, the head's non-removable, it's pretty hard to find somebody right now. But you can also it was last time I knew it was like $300 to get it done. And that doesn't include if you need to find a piston and rings that they need to match up also to that to get the tolerances right. So it's kind of one of those bits you take a big old chance on that and everything. So they're pretty good saws. I'm at the tops. I would honestly pay for something $200 for one of those. It's reality, people. They are vintage chainsaws and stuff like that, and overpaying is not going to do anybody any favors whatsoever. Like I say, I'm not naming any eBay seller names or stuff like that. So you know who it is. You know who it is. Me. I'm not going to call you out on that. So here we go. The thing that came before the Super Pro 81. I've got one of these, absolute hot rod. Love this. Love this saw, top to bottom. It is a chrome bore, but it was better quality chrome bore. Mine is a non-adjustable carburetor unit, and actually I kind of like that. Other than the idle and the idle mixture, this thing, it runs just fantastic. I paid just under $300 for it shipped, and it come with the original user's serial matching. It has a sticker on it for the user's manual and all service records that had been done by the first owner. I am the third owner. The second one, he bought it out of an impulse, and it out of I think it was either Washington or Oregon. I'd have to relook at the paperwork, and it's tucked away somewhere down to my left. And it was just one of those he was an old logger or something like that, and just used out there and whatnot. I looked up the name, and there was kind of a house and the old addresses and stuff like that. There was a house that looked like it had been neglected, and that was years ago from Google Earth. So I didn't bother calling or anything like that. I probably should have gotten in contact, say, hey, what's up, if they were still available. But anyways, $550 plus 65 shipping. I don't know. Like I say, it's parts for these are still getting kind of hard to find. You can find the 80 and 81 parts easier than you can the 800s. Biggest thing on this is just the anti-vibration parts and intake boots. And it's still going to run you the same amount of money to get the bore redone for chrome and everything and stuff like that. But even then, if you pay $200 for one of these, for instance, and then 300 chrome, 500. Well, today they use nickel sil, I think it's called, or whatever, and that lasts a lot longer than chrome. And I'll tell you, you're going to get you, if you're a firewood cutter and stuff like that, you'll get your $500 out of a saw that has been completely redone mechanically with seals, bearings, and everything. You know, but to pay 550 for something with a bunch of unknowns, I would could pass anything. So, but yeah, run while giving it gas, but would only idle for a short time. It looks, it needs carb work. So it's I don't know. I wouldn't pay that. That's just me. You get desperate. Don't get desperate. Don't do that. Excuse me. I should have brought something to drink in here. All right, here we go. Of one, this one. The prices have gone up. I understand. I really do. But all right, here we go. So a vintage 151 80cc. I think those are removable heads. $50, 55 shipping. Pretty good saw. It's slow. It's gonna be slow, but remove that head. If you like doing port work and stuff, know what you're doing. The saw, you can do that to them. You can really open it up a little bit and get some more RPMs out of it and power and everything. I mean, but like I say, it is a chainsaw and it's got that intake and the carburetor stuff. If you really wanted to, you can make it into a really kick-ass racing saw if you really wanted to. An 80cc that just absolutely screams. That would be pretty cool. I've actually seen a guy I know, Mike Nolan. He just built a 152 and did a hellacious job on that, and it just moves in the wood and everything, built for a guy, Zach, I think it was. Just it just for an 80cc, it really moves through the wood and stuff. But he did a bunch of port work and stuff like that, bigger intake, bigger carb, custom frame on and stuff. So you got to do a lot to really make a move and everything. But it's old torque monsters, so you're looking at $105. It's kind of on you, me, half that price, honestly, on eBay, like stuff like that. So here's a common one right below it. ProMax 610, 600 series, make bricks, make cinder blocks. Made a video on these too. Why are they getting so popular? They're super, super common firewood saws. All right, they were sold at hardware stores like Ace Hardware and stuff like that. So, chrome bore, but these seem to have a little bit better treatment for the chrome bore for your like firewood cutters and stuff, because this is a firewood chainsaw right here. 610 60cc, and then the 605 that was it's 55cc and stuff like that. But absolutely beasts of engines right there. I mean, electronic ignition, they would turn. I think at free spinning, it were like 11.5 thousand RPM. So it was pretty serious back in the day. You wanted the one with the Walbro carbs. They went Zama later on, and they were. If you could swap it over to Walbro, get the Walbro carb. You can still find carb kits for them online and stuff. Like I said, I did a video on terrible gas cap design. You can't wrap your hand all the way around it to undo it. The oil fill, the chain brake is in the way of the oil fill. What were they thinking? I don't know. It's an anti-vibration saw. That's age where plastic was coming into chainsaws a lot more and everything. Good, great firewood saws. Excellent. Gave one to a buddy. He's ecstatic. Gave him a 650. I wasn't using anymore, and he absolutely loves it. So but needs work. Complete power head. I can see that now. $80? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Um, just keep scrolling past that 30 to ship. No, it's not worth that. I mean, running, yeah. Not running, absolutely not. Okay, it was just notification for something. Let's see. All right. Now, people have asked me, why do you not own a Promac 1000? Well, it's not McCullough. All right. Those are partner chainsaws. Right. They're not McCullough made. It was just McCullough bats slapped on it, and that was it. I don't want one. It's just plain and simple on that. I don't see it as McCullough and everything. I'm not saying that they're terrible when they're running or anything like that. 100cc saw, I think it was, yeah. And I've seen them cut. They cut great, but they're not McCullough to me. All right, I'm not gonna. I just don't do that. So you won't see me, going out of my way to get one of those and everything. Now, if it kind of accidentally fell in my lap, sure, why not? I'll go over the thing and stuff like that. But me, I don't know. Now, I will say McCullough should have gone in the direction of having the engine sitting flat. Their idea behind that was so when you're cutting and everything, it was in the direction of the bar, so the vibration would go in line with your cutting and just and whatnot. So it helped reduce vibration, if you will, reduce and everything. But no, it didn't reduce anything. They're still bouncy. They still did their whole bit and everything and whatnot. But they should have started making the cylinders stand up like modern day saws were. And McCullough just kind of stayed behind. And Black and Decker did the same thing. They kept the cylinders laying down. Don't know why. But we see where modern day chainsaws have gotten us. Here we go. So just like the common 1010, the common 600 series and whatnot, we have got right here a good little one that everybody should recognize, the McCullough 250 chainsaw, 50 plus 26.55 shipping. Now, $75. It's not running. All right, so you be the judge. Now, I've got two of these, now three. I'm going to be doing a video on a complete like shed barn find, like what you find in Indiana. It's terrible looking, but has compression. But stay tuned and you'll see more of that. Hit that subscribe button. Um, yeah, no, $25, and then if they did 25 shipping, $50, that'd be a good little thrill right there. Good little weekend thing. Get running, pass off to your buddy or something or whatnot, and you know, strong saws, really strong, cast iron bore, slow as can be. 6,500 RPM, I think topped out, but good part saws for starters, coils, flywheel. If it has a HL Tilly carb, there you go for that too. So, um, a little overpriced from me. I'd pass. Haven't really bought anything off of eBay in a while, anyways. It just is what it is. All right, we'll probably make this our last one right here. So keep this short. Rare vintage McCullough chainsaw gas engine welder, the McCullough Welder 170 Arc Welder. I have one of these, and I got pressured into getting it. The guy actually drove mostly to me for it. Um, on here, $1,000. Now the shipping, $100 is not unreasonable. These things were over 50 pounds, but ahead of their time too. 103cc two-stroke engine, same as what was in the what is that? The 790, the 940 two-man, and then this is the W1 block stamping on it, 103cc. So plenty of power to do welding with and everything. Now, parts for welders are extremely hard to find. It wasn't something common here in the States. More belt. The one I have said it was made for the Belgium market, so they may have been imported from here or something like that, but somebody out there wanted one of them and stuff. So I got a complete video series on that, bringing one back to life. It was pretty good. I haven't run it in a while. Built a little cart for it to shuffle it around, but that thing is a brick. But it's a good stick welder. Um, Mine has a big old Tilly carb on it. It's got an air leak somewhere on it. I think about just tearing it down, figuring out where it's at and everything. But the governor system on this is just absolutely a nightmare. You look at the schematics between the carburetor has vacuum control on this and that, and then on top of other springs and levers from the adjustment knob that help control. Some guy had to have torn his hair out to get this figured out, to get things just right. Like, ugh. So, I mean, it's just absolutely, absolutely something. Yeah, I said that was the last one. Well, I guess my headset learn a little learning curve here. We're gonna go ahead and end it right there. What it is my microphone receives it, but if there's no sound that's coming from the computer into my headset, I may have to play some mild music in the background very quietly and everything. It just wants to shut off. So, you know, But we'll go ahead. We'll end it there real quick on this. Anything else you want to talk about, like a specific chainsaw or something like that? Let me know. I may bring it in the house and everything, and we'll go from there. Just to have us sit here and we'll talk about it and everything and whatnot. So, but I figured, what a chainsaw podcast, a little bit going over this and that is a great thing. So, um, like I say, I can add some of my videos into that and everything. I'll probably do in the future. But I just want to thank you all for watching. Yep, headsets on still. And listening, actually, whether let me know how you're listening. Are you just sitting at home? Are you on your ride to work or whatnot? Everything and stuff like that. So if you're able to leave comments, I have no idea yet. There's still, I haven't seen much of anything and whatnot, but we're just gonna end it there. And on my little eBay rant, I'm pretty sure I'll have more in the future and stuff like that. So anyways, you can find me on Instagram. It's up in the community section. You can find me on Facebook and McCullough Chainsaws North America. My group, Modified Saws. Find me in there and everything. You see awesome saws in there and stuff like that and everything. So I just want to say thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you can, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. It really helps out with everything. Till then, say thanks for watching and listening, everybody.